This is ABC15 Mornings.
Decision made. The Supreme Court blocks a vaccine mandate for private businesses, but allows it for healthcare workers.
Keeping kids home from school.
Fever, runny nose, cough, congestion.
Kids get sick in January, but this year parents have more to worry about.
Tax season is almost here.
Take a look and see on something that also changed this year, like the charitable contributions.
Before you file, the Let Joe Know team is here to help you save money.
It's almost time to take over Hollywood.
Pulled in at the 5-yard line by A.J. Green, into the end zone for a touchdown.
The Red Sea ready to make waves across L.A.
This is going to be redemption on Monday Night Football, right here on ABC 15. We're getting revved up for the game this morning for sure. Hopefully you are there at home too. I'm Kaylee O'Kelly here in studio for ABC 15 Mornings.
And I'm Mr. Letty. Happy Friday. You made it to the end of another week. We're starting the weekend off early for you. Meteorologist Jorge Torres is in for Iris today with a quick look at that most accurate forecast.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Temperatures at 6 o'clock are in the lower 50s here in the valley, and they'll stay in the lower 50s for the next couple of hours. So a mild start to your morning commute. Lunchtime will be warming up into the mid-60s with a mix of clouds and sunshine throughout your Friday, and temperatures in the valley reaching the lower 70s. And in fact, we're going to stay there for a while, not just for today, but also for the weekend. Tomorrow, some breezes in the forecast too in the valley, gusting around 25 miles per hour, mainly right around midday in the early afternoon. Sunday and for the holiday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, temperatures in the lower 70s still, with lows in the 40s. But the wind's going to be an issue for some of you throughout the weekend. We'll talk about that in detail coming up in your most accurate forecast. But first, a check out the morning roads with Justin Pizzero, who's filling in for Megan Thompson. Good morning, Justin.
Yeah, good morning, Jorge. The roads are looking pretty good. Maybe some folks have taken the day off today because it's not bad out there. This is a live look right now. This is the 60 at Priest. We don't have any problems to report on the 60, thankfully. We only have this one issue right here. This is on the I-10 at 16th Street. There was a car that broke down on the side of the road. There was a flatbed truck trying to get that car out of the way. Thankfully, it is not affecting traffic, as you can see right here. Only going to take you 19 minutes to get from the 303 to the mini stack in downtown Phoenix. The I-17 from the 101 down to the stack, that's only going to take you 11 minutes. And then the 51, no issues on the 51 either. It'll take you about 12 minutes to get down the 51. Nick.
6:02, let's get to your top stories this morning. Arizona hitting another grim milestone in this pandemic. More than 25,000 lives lost to COVID-19. The latest report from the Department of Health Services also adding more than 18,000 new confirmed cases. More than 4 million Arizonans, though, are fully vaccinated.
And the number of COVID patients in our hospitals continues to rise. The state seeking more federal help for emergency rooms. And this is for hospitals like Banner New River, Valley Wise, Abrazo Central Campus, and Scottsdale Osborne. Right now, there are only about 80 ICU beds available in the area.
I think our hospitals are in a crisis state right now. There's no doubt about it. We're already running so thin coming into this phase. And then what's happening is that, it can just take one person to get COVID, and all of a sudden there's no perhaps basic specialty coverage.
And we're also learning the state health department has asked for assistance from FEMA to administer COVID testing right here in Maricopa County. This, as we talk about schools, we're just 2 weeks into the spring semester. Right now, Maricopa County's dashboard, as you see here, tracking COVID-19 entirely red, and that is showing high community spread. Our Amelia Fabiano joins us now. And Amelia, we know our teachers have a lot on their plates right now as classrooms, a lot of them, sit empty.
Yeah, they do. A lot of unknowns out there, a lot of changes they have to make, right? And we're still seeing so many people getting testing positive. Check out the lines here at Mesa Community College this morning, 6 o'clock, and there's already a line around this parking lot. This current surge has a lot of students and teachers calling in sick. So many classrooms now dealing with more empty desks, having to find substitute teachers. And for parents right now, the worry is high. A simple sneeze or cough could set off red flags, right? You really have to pay close attention because more children than ever are coming down with confirmed cases of COVID-19. Now, luckily, most kids with COVID experience mild symptoms, but moms and dads are dealing with the stress of trying to find a test. That's been challenging, right? This week, the president pledged another 500 million free tests, but his administration still has not distributed the 500 million they announced just before Christmas.
These 10 million additional tests available each month will allow schools to double the volume of testing they were performing in November.
If they have a little bit of a runny nose and a PCR-based COVID test came back negative, then I think we can say that it was negative and this isn't COVID.
So the CDC's latest quarantine and isolation recommendations for students, teachers, and staff say they should stay home and isolate away from others for at least 5 days. Day 0 is considered the first day they're experiencing symptoms or the first day that they get a positive on that test. Nick, back to you.
And Amelia, because it's so hard to find a test, whether it's a drive-through testing site or one of those at-home tests, it makes it really difficult to pinpoint exactly what the community spread is right now, because of course we're trying to see how many confirmed cases out there. So doctors tell us this is yet another obstacle in this pandemic. Our Amelia Fabiano reporting live for us from a testing site in the East Valley. Starting tomorrow, your health insurance company has to cover the cost of those COVID tests. The new requirement covers 8 at-home tests per month for each person covered on your plan. You can also get reimbursed for tests ordered by a doctor. This does not apply to tests you bought before tomorrow, though, just FYI.
Well, a fight leads to a shooting outside a fast food restaurant in Phoenix. This morning, police are working to track down the person who pulled the trigger. Officers responding to the Wendy's. This is the one near 19th Avenue at Glendale. And we're told a man was rushed to the hospital with serious injuries. Well, a Phoenix woman and her dog are recovering after a Javelina attack. Not out in the wild, these animals invading her apartment complex near the I-17 at Jomax. Management just sending residents an email warning about that attack Wednesday, and neighbors are telling us the woman was just out walking with her dog when it happened and says it's common actually to run into them.
They're right behind us, and I'm like, Cam, run, let's get out of here.
I've seen them walking my dog, and I kind of just like stomp at them or bow up at them, and they'll scurry away.
Well, there you go. Arizona Game and Fish saying that Javelina can be vicious, and especially so towards dogs. Animal control will not be removing them because the location of where that apartment complex is technically the animal's natural habitat, and we're told people can scare them away by looking big and using very loud noises.
6:06, the city of Tempe voting to change how and who responds to 911 calls. City council voting to adopt an agreement diverting some 911 calls to mental health experts instead of police. Leaders say this will get people the right help at the right time, especially when it comes to mental health calls. The city is expected to release more details on the changes later this morning.
Our Arizona Cardinals back on the practice field, gearing up for their first playoff run in 6 seasons.
Okay, here's the thing. It is win or go home for the Cardinals, taking on the Rams in LA Monday night. But here's the good news. Some of our key players are back in running drills.
And you know what? This is the team that we saw go 7-0 early on, right? Hopefully they can stay well. Practicing yesterday, Chase Edmonds, Rondale Moore, James Conner, and of course, J.J. Watt.
It's great to have him back out there, get him involved in some of the drill work. He was very limited, but that's really what it was. He was done with his rehab, done with all he could do in the weight room, and so we wanted to get him back out doing some functional football exercises.
Now we're in the playoffs, and to have both of them back would definitely be crucial for us. Two guys that everyone knows they can count on, and have the 100% trust in to get the job done.
And all that chemistry, right? It is still uncertain, though, if J.J. Watt will be ready to play on Monday night. We know he will be motivating his team no matter what.
Yeah, he's definitely looking positive, right? Always looking on the bright side of things. Hey, we're going to be cheering on our Cardinals either way. You can watch the big game right here on ABC15 Monday night, starting at 6 o'clock. And, of course, we will have live team coverage from L.A.
Well, in just 30 days, we're hoping our Cardinals will be playing in the Super Bowl. Up next on ABC15 Mornings, the NFL makes a statement about where the big game will be played.
If you're in the market for a new home and have not locked in a mortgage rate just yet, things just got a little bit more expensive for you.
The child tax credit gave a lot of people a boosted income last year. I'm investigator Joe Ducey with what that impact can mean as you file your taxes this year.
And a live look at I-17. This is it, Tom. It's only going to take you about 11 minutes to get from the 101 to the Stack southbound. We're going to run through more of your desert drive times coming up after the break.
We've got some breaking news to get to here at 6:12 in the morning. This here is North Central Phoenix, where police are looking for a hit-and-run driver after someone who was out riding a bike this morning was killed. All of this happening about an hour ago near 12th Street and Northern. Police are describing a possible vehicle of interest as a red sedan or coupe with a loud exhaust.
6:12, let's get to your morning headlines. We continue to look at the mortgage rates. They're rising right now for people looking to buy a home or refinance. Freddie Mac says a 30-year fixed mortgage averaged 3.45% this week. That's up nearly a quarter point from the previous week. Mortgage rates are now at their highest levels in almost 2 years. Today, the First Lady will head to Kentucky to survey the damage from last month's devastating and deadly tornadoes. Dr. Joe Biden was originally scheduled to visit last week, but postponed because of snowstorms. Tennis player Novak Djokovic is facing deportation from Australia this morning. The government revoking his visa for a second time overnight. Djokovic is unvaccinated, and there are questions about whether he lied on a travel application in order to play in the Australian Open. The NFL says the Super Bowl will be staying in LA. There was talk about moving it because of the city's COVID restrictions during a media event Thursday. The league and the host committee, though, make it clear Super Bowl 56 will be held at SoFi Stadium on February 13th. We're looking forward to having it in our own backyard next year.
We sure are. It won't be long. It's right around the corner. So the IRS will start to accept tax returns for 2021 on January 24th. It's just over a week away. But how do you know if you are really ready to file, and especially with all the changes in the past year? All new for you this morning, the Let Joe Know team looks at some of those changes and what it could mean for your return.
Yes, lots of things changed in 2021 for the child tax credit.
To start, the child tax credit was increased from $2,000 to $3,000 for children 6 to 17 and $3,600 for each child under 6. In addition, parents could opt to take 50% of that credit in upfront payments, giving them an extra $300 a month. But those payments stopped in December, and now with tax season here, the IRS is making sure those who got the payments qualified for them.
Not everybody has to pay it back.
During a Facebook Live town hall with the Let Joe Know team, Jasenia Simmons of Valley CPA shared that families who are married and filing jointly can make up to $150,000 before the credit's reduced. Half that if filing single. She says if this is you,
take a look and see on something that also changed this year, like the charitable contributions.
Prior to this year, you only benefited claiming charitable contributions if you itemized your deductions. But now you could take $600 on top of your standard deduction if you're married, reducing your total income. Simmons says you can also contribute to a health savings plan up to the tax deadline for it to count in the same way and protect your child tax credit. Big changes also at the state level. New tax brackets for small business owners, which Rory Wilson with the Department of Revenue says can change the amount of tax they owe when all is said and done.
This was one of the propositions that came out, to try to help those small businesses along.
However, he says veterans may see the biggest change in Arizona with military pensions no longer being taxable. Both of our experts say the best way to file is electronically. You can get your refund 6 times faster than if you file by paper, which has really been backed up because of COVID. Go to abc15.com/letjoeknow. Find out how to file online for free or get free help preparing your returns. I'm investigator Joe Ducey. If you got a problem, let me know.
ABC 15 Desert Drive Time, sponsored by Accident Law Group.
It is 6:16, time for your Desert Drive Time, sponsored by Accident Law Group. As we take a live look right now at our valley maps, we have got the green all over. Thankfully, it is Friday light out there. This is a look at the 17, not a speck of yellow. Even the 10 cooperating with this morning. Normally we see a little bit of yellow this time of the morning coming in from the West Valley into downtown Phoenix. That's not the case this morning, thankfully. This is a live look at I-17. This is at Thomas right now. Again, no issues on I-17. A quick check on your Desert Drive Times right now. It's going to take you 20 minutes to get from the 303 down into the Stack in Phoenix. Also the 17, that's only going to take you 11 minutes to get from the 101 to the Stack. And then the 51, I should say, 13 minutes to get from the 101 into downtown Phoenix. Jorge is here with the check on that morning forecast. Hey there, Jorge.
Hey there, Justin. Good morning, everyone. Temperatures outside are pretty tranquil and comfortable on this Friday morning here in the Valley. Temperatures generally in the low to mid 50s, a few spots in the 40s here in the Phoenix metro. But up in the high country, of course, much colder now. 35 in Flagstaff, 46 in Cholo. In Graham County, temperatures a couple of degrees above freezing, and we are below freezing in Window Rock at 29, 24, one of the colder spots there at the Grand Canyon. And to the west, where the wind will be an issue later today. right now, not really a concern for the time being. Temperatures in the mid-50s in Lake Havasu and Bullhead City, too. As I mentioned in the valley, a few spots in the 40s this morning, including Gilbert, Chandler, 47 and 48, now Gilbert, and 45 as you head toward Pinal County there in Maricopa, and 48 in Levine, 52 in the West Valley in Goodyear. Your morning run, as far as temperatures are concerned, can't really complain. We'll be down to 50 degrees by 8 o'clock. Sunrise time now at 7:32 this morning, and climbing throughout the morning will be near 60 by about 11 or so. But eventually reaching the 70s valley-wide, anywhere from 71 in Cave Creek to 72 in Scottsdale, 73 there in Maricopa. Levine also at 73, and in Wickenburg we're calling for a high of 75 degrees on your Friday. All of these highs above the seasonal average high of 68. Elsewhere across Arizona this Friday afternoon, temperatures climbing into the upper 40s in Flagstaff and the Grand Canyon, 50s along the rim from Heber to Show Low, and 60s there in Gila County from Payson to Globe. Sedona, you'll be at 64, 72 in Lake Havasu. The planner for today, looking fantastic. Green means good to go here in the valley for the next several days, including the weekend. Just some breezes at times in the afternoon tomorrow here in the Phoenix Metro. Futurecast showing you some passing clouds here and there. As far as the chance of rain, not really looking that great for a while. We do expect generally dry conditions for the next several days. But as I mentioned, winds will be an issue tomorrow here in the Phoenix Metro. Today, they pick up in areas mainly Mojave County and northwest Arizona, where gusts of 40 miles per hour can now be rolled out in areas like Lake Mead, Lake Havasu, and Bullhead City, too. In the valley tomorrow, some breezes in the forecast. We're talking a gust around 25 miles per hour at times for the early part of the weekend, but in the rest of Sunday and early next week, winds not really an issue. Your 7-day forecast, keeping those temperatures above average. We're going to be in the lower 70s through at least next week, with lows right around 50 degrees, generally in the upper 40s or so. Again on Saturday, tomorrow, some breezes at times, but no major issues. And then on Monday for the holiday, a high of 72 under partly cloudy skies and staying mostly sunny for much of next week as well.
No reason not to get outside. Well, speaking of getting outside this weekend, we do have a warm driving around Tempe, Scottsdale, or Phoenix this weekend. The Rock and Roll Marathon is here, and it means some streets are going to be blocked off for runners. Want to show you a map here. It's worth coming over to the TV to look at so that you know about here and the different ones that are going to be busy.
The race kicks off tomorrow morning from 7:30 to 10 a.m. All of them end on the Middle Avenue Bridge. So if you want to cheer anyone on, that is where you should head. Good luck to everyone.
And we can't wait to listen to some of that music, too. So this is the final weekend for some winter fun around here at 625 on your bulletin board. A timeless tradition happening on the west side of town.
Mixed rulings coming from the Supreme Court at 6:35. Where does the fight over vaccine mandates go from here?
Then tourism certainly helps to drive our economy, and especially in February and March. At 6:38, with staffing shortages, are Valley hotels ready to handle all of the visitors?
Stay up to date on the latest news, weather, and traffic by downloading our free ABC15 mobile app. Just use your phone camera to scan the QR code that's on your screen right now. At 6:23, Instacart already does your shopping for you. Now they want to help take care of the cooking as well. The company just launching a ready meals hub so people can order pre-made meals from the grocery store like sandwiches, sushi, or items from the bakery and the deli. You can add these to your cart and get them delivered just like a regular grocery order. I like the sushi that Fry's has. It's pretty good. Oh, here's a hip-hop legend, upcoming Super Bowl performer, and now looks like Snoop Dogg is ready to expand his business ventures. The rapper filing for a trademark agreement for Snoop Dogg's, according to paperwork. This would be a hot dog brand. This is only a first step. Snoop previously filed a similar trademark for an ice cream brand called Snoop Scoops, which never materialized. You know, he's friends with Martha Stewart, so I wonder if the two of them would be in cahoots and could kind of do something together.
They like to cook things together, so we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, so if you're looking for something fun to do this weekend outside, get moving, we have you covered on this morning's bulletin board. We're down to the final days for Skate Westgate in Glendale. The ice rink is going to remain in place there in the plaza at Fountain Park through Monday night. Perfect maybe for the day off from school, a day off for you if you'll be off on Monday. Tickets and skate rentals are available on a first come, first served basis, and you can skate from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Tickets are $19 for adults and kids, and that does include the skate rental. It's $15 if you bring your own skates, or for military and toddlers, socks are going to cost you $4. So grab your skates and hit the ice while you still can. That is your Friday morning bulletin board.
Oh, she's known as the Ice Queen of TikTok, a Minnesota mom taking the internet by storm with her videos of freezing things like pants, food, and even her hair.
She's fun to watch.
Wow, look at that.
I know, look at that. Yeah, she's loving it. That's Janet Stewart, and she says her family teases her about loving the snow so much, but she says she's happy to embrace her inner Elsa.
As a kid, you love it, right? And then as you become an adult, people get so grumpy about the snow. And I'm like, you know what? No, we just need to spread some joy and some positivity and some love. And I don't know. So I'm glad everyone else is getting a kick out of it.
I love her. Hey, Minnesota's a beautiful state. Been to the Twin Cities and Alexandria. We have a lot of Minnesotans here in the Valley as well. The Ice Queen warming hearts online. A lot of them, of course, like to come here during the winter, right?
Yeah, to let it go.
A little nicer here than it is there, but I'm glad she's having fun with it.
Yes, absolutely. All right, up next at 6:30, help wanted. Employers in almost every industry saying that they are struggling to find workers. The situation is getting worse for hotels and hospitality. What needs to be done, though, to attract more workers?
Plus, starting this weekend, you're now entitled to over-the-counter at-home tests, which have to be fully reimbursed by your insurance company.
And more students and teachers coming down with COVID as testing remains tough. What districts are trying to do to adjust to the absences? Coming up.
A loss and a win for the Biden administration from the nation's highest court. The president now looking to private companies to take action to boost our vaccination rates.
And the warm temperatures will stick around throughout the weekend, along with some breezy conditions, at least for your Saturday here in the Valley. We're remaining partly cloudy on Sunday, but how does it look for the next 7 days? Then it's coming up in your Super 7-day forecast.